Here we go, guys. Happy Tuesday. And today's workout, we have part-time A. It is for time. You're gonna start with 3 rounds of 75 single unders and 21 pull-ups. So going back and forth, 3 rounds. After you're done with that 3rd round, you're gonna go directly into 3 more rounds of 12 alternating dumbbell snatches and 200-meter run. So both of those things, and you're doing that 3 rounds. So after your 3rd 200-meter run, you are done. Whatever time you have on the clock, that is going to be your score for today. You can go ahead and log that into WODify if you have access to our WODify account, or you could always post your time underneath the videos on our YouTube channel, okay? And as always, modifications for this workout. If you don't have a rope, you go ahead and do line hops back and forth will be 1, and you're doing 75 total. If you don't have a pull-up bar at home, no fret. Go ahead and use a dumbbell or an odd object, and we're gonna do bent over rows instead of the pull-ups, okay? So those are some modifications for you at home. If you don't have that proper equipment, you could still get a really good workout in. Before you get into part-time A, let's go ahead and start you up with a warm-up, get you ready for that. So we'll do 30 seconds of a list of movements, and we're gonna start with single unders. So if you have a jump rope, we're gonna go ahead and make sure that our shoulders are nice and relaxed, elbows pointing back, hands down by our pockets, and we're just gonna jump on the balls of our feet, lightly let the heels kiss the floor, okay, for 30 seconds, do that. Then we're gonna do active Spider-Mans, which is a lunge forward, bringing that same forearm down to the ground, and then twisting up with that extra torso twist, reaching up to the ceiling, and you will alternate each side for 30 seconds. Then with that dumbbell, I'm gonna go ahead and do a single arm dumbbell strict press. So on one side for 30 seconds, nice and controlled, keep your feet underneath your hips, tighten up that core and the glutes and the quads. We're gonna strict press straight up and back down, making sure the elbows are pointing forward in the entire motion. After the 30 seconds, go ahead and switch and do 30 seconds in your opposite arm, okay? From there, we're gonna do another 30 seconds of single unders into push-up to down dog. So you're gonna start in a push-up plank position. You're gonna do 1 push-up and then send your hips nice and high. Try to drive the heels down to the ground, okay? So here we go, push-up plank position, 1 push-up, widen your feet, send the hips up, drive the heels down, and transition back into that plank, push-up, send the hips back, heels down. So for 30 seconds of that, then we're gonna go ahead and grab that same dumbbell, and we're gonna do bent over rows. So again, this is a modification that if you do not have a pull-up bar at home, you could do these bent over rows at home, okay? So we're gonna set up with our feet underneath our hips, soft bend in the knee, and we're gonna hinge straight back at the hips, keeping our back nice and straight. My chest is parallel to the ground. I'm gonna go ahead and let that dumbbell hang where my shoulder is right over that wrist. Drive the elbow up, and then right back down. So 30 seconds on one side, then switch, 30 seconds on the other, okay? From that, we're gonna go ahead and get that heart rate keep going again. So we're gonna do 30 seconds more of single unders into inchworm to push up. So we're gonna start with our feet underneath our hips, standing up. Gonna hinge at the hips, walk out, with our arms nice and straight. Do 1 push-up, and then walk back, shifting our body weight from arm to arm until you're completely standing up. So for 30 seconds. Our last movement for our warm-up is a dumbbell reverse lunge. So we're gonna set up in a front rack position, stand nice and tall, step back with 1 foot, kiss the knee to the ground, stand, and then alternate. So again, 30 seconds of these movements, guys. If you don't feel like you're warm enough, go ahead and go through it 1 more time, but after that, you should be ready to go and hit part-time A. Have fun with this one, and I'll see you tomorrow.